Morning world, and welcome to a chilly 19th of November. Today's the day. London, here we come. Okay, it's just gone 4:05 in the morning. Mr. Cornock will be here in about 20 minutes. So just get yourself ready to go. So it's going to be a hell of a day.
If you choose to go and possibly have a
Dark in here, isn't it?
It is a bit dark.
Dark in here. No, you can't see a thing in here because it's dark in here.
Yeah, I think we're better in the dark, aren't we?
Definitely a face for radio,
That's
mate.
what my wife said.
Been looking forward to this bit.
What, the best bit of going into London with the traffic?
Yeah, that's more farmers in there, do you reckon? Oh, that looks empty, actually.
I can't see.
Yeah, I think it'll be in there, so.
Oh, it's a bit like that.
Roll on.
What time is it? 8:15 or something?
No, I just got 10 past. So, and it looks lovely out
In the
there.
conference centre for 9, that's going to be optimistic.
I don't know. Shout fire. Oh, look, he undertook us. Cheeky swine.
I think timing-wise, this is quite tricky to plan, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we finally made it to the big smoke.
There were so few.
9:15.
Especially when, like,
I already want to go home. We already want to go. I just want to go. I want to go home. Yeah, where's the Greenfields trees?
You know what? Farming never leaves you, does it? So
Yeah.
I've come here, just got a text message to say the hair courses are back in our area. They were out next door to us. So you can't even have a day away.
No.
Still, that's what they don't understand. Farming in a day, you don't finish and leave, do you?
No.
It goes on wherever you are.
No, I've still got 1 foot at the farm. So
I thought you were walking funny.
I won't walk. It's not just a limp.
Who's looking after the foot then?
Well, me, I'm trying to look
Have
after.
they, have they got it on on the mantelpiece? Or?
No, I brought it with me.
Have you?
I'm a bit attached to it.
Oh, that's
yeah.
good. Sure.
Was it Aussie bum?
Is that your stage name, Storm? That's what you're called, isn't it? Storm.
I don't know if you've done me any favours there, really. Actually.
I've done you favours in a certain way. but
Yeah,
you
I'm not sure how much I appreciate those favours.
Yeah, you might get given some favours.
Yeah, yeah. Farmer P's OnlyFans page.
I'm sorry,
Red
I do like a
underpants.
bit of a laugh
Yeah.
at your expense.
Revenge will be mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much would it cost to put that picture on a billboard?
Oh, don't you bloody dare.
I mean, that would be. Do you know what? We could probably do a GoFundMe, and we could probably get like.
Don't listen to him.
Record.
Don't listen to him.
GoFundMe. We could probably raise a couple of grand to get that put on a billboard somewhere. Maybe Wotton High Street.
No. Yeah.
Storm-
Aussie bum
Why
might
don't we
like
have
it.
Storm will come and see you for all your needs. All your tree needs.
Storm in a teacup, or is it storming
Storm
some
in a
white?
teacup.
Storming some Y fronts.
Storming Wotton. Appearing at the Star.
I never
on
better. I
Saturday
never
night.
better go up the street again.
You wouldn't?
No.
Is that euphemism?
Well, I'm not going to lose him, am I? Right, we're heading to Church House. Hopefully to catch a briefing before we meet our ministers. Oh, that's our coach, isn't it? Isn't that our bus?
We've gone round full circle.
We needed the exercise, mind, didn't we?
Be late,
Is there a
didn't we?
cop car parked in front of that?
We needed to be late, Ian, didn't we? Yes, I know. I think. Oh, I thought.
It's just wanted to mention.
I did think when we got off, I thought it was that way.
Yeah, that is our coach. We just wore in the big circle.
Oh, yeah.
Right, we've got some police. We're going to watch Richard getting arrested for having a Union Jack jacket on. He escaped. Department of Education. Some of our ministers could do with some education on their sums. I think this is us. Coffee.
It's 40 minutes. So we still got...
It was at least half an hour, isn't it? So, but we got front row seats though.
He got very emotional.
Yeah.
Listening to his brother.
We're waiting.
Right, we'll just put down.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Church House. On behalf of all of the UK Farming Union presidents who join me here today, thank you for making the effort and coming to join the fight. I know many of you have come a long way. You don't need me to tell you that farmers and growers put up with a lot, but it takes something extraordinary to get us to react like this. And the betrayal on agricultural property relief and business property relief is extraordinary. And it affects farmers from every corner of Britain, many of whom have travelled here today. I don't think I've ever seen the industry this angry, this disillusioned, this upset. And given what we've had to be angry about in recent years, that's saying something. Together, our focus today is on APR and BPR. This shocking policy, built on bad data, launched with no consultation, and with the human consequences that go with it, is simply not acceptable. The Treasury didn't even tell DEFRA. To launch a policy this destructive without speaking to anyone involved in farming beggars belief. And let us remember, they promised not to do this. And when they were wooing the rural vote, it's not only been bungled in delivery, it's also nothing short of a stab in the back. But we in this room also know that APR and BPR is the straw which broke the camel's back. After years of changing policy and 18 months of some of the worst weather on record, the budget has been a kick in the teeth. It's full of letdowns for our vital sector. Accelerated BPS reductions, double cab pickup taxes, new taxes on fertiliser, the list goes on. The massive inflationary pressure for the whole supply chain, but particularly for our fresh produce sector, cannot be underestimated. This has been an inflationary budget for food production. There has never been a budget in my lifetime this bad for farming. Rest assured, the NFU and the other farming unions are fighting all of these policies. But today, we focus on APR and BPR with our MPs. We know what this means for our families, our children, our future. We know the horrendous pressure it's putting on the older generation that are giving everything to producing this country's food. We know that the tax revenue will be taken from our children and raised from those that die in tragic circumstances or don't live for the next 7 years. It's wrong on every level. Just as bad, it won't achieve what the ministers say it will achieve. When I sat down with James Murray, the Treasury Minister, on the Monday after the budget, I asked him what the exam question was. What is it you're trying to achieve? He didn't know the answer. Far from catching wealthy homeowners with a little bit of land, the Treasury's mangling of the data means that those people that live in a small holding with a nice house, a few acres and some pony paddocks have been protected. It's the farms producing this country's food, which are the most valuable assets. They are caught in the eye of this storm. Our analysis overnight going to be publishing, but we've announced the headlines of this morning, suggests that 75% of commercial farm businesses are caught within the scope of the changes to this tax. The irony that this asset wealth will never become real wealth unless farms are broken up is kicking the legs out from under Britain's food security. When we've got a government that says food security is national security, this policy restricts investment for the future. Instead of investing in your farms to deliver for food production, you're going to be paying into pensions and life insurance policies. The sight of ministers thrashing about, trying to justify the unjustifiable, is an unedifying one. First, they said this policy would protect the majority of farms. When they couldn't hold that line anymore, they changed to saying they were protecting small family farms. And when that fell apart, only last night, they switched to suggesting this mess of a policy would make the most valuable farms pay. This is sorry stuff. It's also what happens when you launch a policy without consulting anyone who knows anything about it. Farmers and the public deserve better. But we know we're not alone. Overnight, the petition that we started on the Friday after the budget went over 200,000 signatures. The support from the public is unerring. The polling suggests they're on our side. This isn't a popular policy. I've got no problem you paying more tax in this room, but let's do it from the money we make from food production, rather than unplanned death. You'll meet members of the public today. Please thank them for their support. It really has meant a lot to us all. We know that we're the second most trusted profession. We know they want to buy more British produce. But this policy doesn't incentivise investment. It does the exact opposite. Your key job today, when you look your own MPs in the eye, is to make them understand there will be a political price to pay. Not just by ministers, but for them. They have to decide whether they will toe the party line, or whether they will go and see the Treasury, whether they will go and see the Prime Minister, whether they will tell them this is an abhorrent tax which simply cannot go ahead. In Westminster, in Cardiff, in Edinburgh, in Belfast, we will fight this tax. Our request is simple. This is a policy that will rip the heart out of Britain's family farms. Launched on bad data, with no consultation, and it must be halted and considered properly. Taking in the views, not just of Treasury officials, but of experts that really understand our industry. Tell MPs your story. From the heart, what will this mean for you? Tell them how it affects you, your farm, your family, your future. As you'd expect, a huge amount of effort has gone into getting this far, but we all know we cannot and we will not give up. We've met multiple times with Steve Reed, with James Murray, with Daniel Zeichner, but so far the Chancellor refuses to meet. She's got my phone number, my phone's on. Let's sit around the table, let's sort this mess out. It's a monumental mess today, and we've got to get it sorted. We won't stop fighting this policy, whether it be nationally, whether it be locally, in every constituency where there's a Labour MP. If they don't realise that you won't give up, they must realise we will not give up. We cannot give up for our future. Good luck for today. Thank you so much for the support you've given us over the last 3 weeks. It's meant so much to all of your office holder team. The support we've had from the farming industry has been absolutely incredible. I hope that you'll all be able to make it to the rally that's going to be leaving Whitehall shortly. There's a great opportunity to demonstrate the unity we need in this industry. We don't win this as a divided industry. United, we will take on the government. We will get the changes we need to deliver the thriving, profitable future that is the future I want to be talking about. Thank you very much.
Friends, fellow farmers, I've asked for the privilege to say a few words, not only because there are quite a number of NFU Cymru members here today that have travelled from Wales, ac yn ddiolchgar iawn I chi bawb ohonoch chi sydd wedi trafeilio drosodd yma I Lundain, but also to speak on behalf of NFU Scotland and Ulster Farmers Union and standing resolutely together. We do thank Tom. We do thank Tom from the bottom of our hearts. It's an enormous personal toll when you undertake a role as Tom undertakes. But standing resolutely together as farmers, as farming unions, is so crucial. Now I'm standing here and I read the words, to them that endured in the heat of the conflict. Now, you don't see these words, but I'm reflecting on these words, and obviously we remember those who have given their lives to keep our country safe over many generations. We applaud those who have kept us healthy, the nurses, the doctors, those who have educated us. We applaud also the farmers that feed us. And I fundamentally believe that it's principally wrong to tax the assets which feeds us, tax the assets which enables us to employ people, taxing the assets which delivers on food security to this nation. So please, let us make sure those messages go out to all the politicians from all parties, that they understand the gravity of what they've undertook and the decisions that they've laid nearly 3 weeks ago. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alan. For those of you who don't know me, I'm James Clark, I'm the Comms Director at the NFU, and to me falls the boring but important logistical bit at the end. Just to say, when you leave here, if your meeting with an MP is in Church House, then you're either going to be in the Bishop Partridge Hall, or you're going to be in the Hall Memorial Hall, and our staff at the doors will tell you where to go to get to those. If your meeting is in the Houses of Parliament, in the parliamentary estate, there are staff to direct you out and around to the entrance there, so you'll see NFU staff tabarded up, and that should be about a 10-minute walk, and that will get you in. I've been told to remind you, please, to take your photo ID, because understandably, they're quite serious about these things over there, and they really won't let you in without it. The other thing I've been asked to remind you of is to please check your pockets, because if there is one group of people in London today liable to have the wrong thing in their pockets, so let's double check. If your MP has given you specific instructions about where to meet them, so that might be number 1 Parliament Street, it might be Portcullis House, follow those instructions please, so don't get caught in the queue for the main entrance at the House of Commons. Go where they've asked you to go. And again, NFU staff will help to direct you on the way there. Final thing from me is to say, if you have asked for a meeting with your MP, but you have not got one, if your MP has not replied to you, we encourage you to exercise your right, everybody's right, to join the queue to enter the Commons, and when you get in there, to ask for a green slip. And that green slip will be taken up to your MP in their office, and the House of Commons staff will say, you have a constituent here who wishes to meet you. I hope they will come and meet you at that point. If they don't, or more full then, do let us know. That's all from me on the logistical front. Good luck. Have a good afternoon. If you're joining the rally, have fun out there as well. I'm told it's stopped raining, and let's get this thing done. Thank you.
I just smelled in the back of that.
I asked, did you do that typical thing that you can go and pop by? Yeah. I listen to him cheering.
Is that him down there, is it?
Yeah.
Happy days. I want to go down there.
I think we'll do both. I think we'll actually have time. It's not going to end, is it? I feel like not going to get very fancy amount of people. Yeah, but we're never going to meet you, Mark and Anne, at the whatever.
We'll have to go meet people there.
Westminster Hall. Westminster, if you're portcullis, wait a second, I'll take this.
One of the guys in yeah, one of the guys, he couldn't find his room, so he just kicked the door in. And I said, no, what me?
Change of venue. Back to Portcullis House. That's Portcullis House over there. Just round the corner here. And the rally is right down there. I got FOMO. Do we cross here? I think we'll cross here. It looks better without the scaffolding on it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Left here, I think. What is the queue?
But it was a long way from where we are. So
Yeah.
we're like
Right, so I just come out of Portcullis House after meeting with my Labour MP. We actually had quite a good conversation. I think he really tried to understand what we're trying to put across. He listened, and he does notes, and he is going to forward our concerns on. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to go and find the funky fella.
We're rocking around the Christmas tree. The traffic, come on! But everyone dancing merrily and the new old-fashioned way. Come on!
Is that what we call a dancing farmer, is it? Right.
That was very clever of him though, to actually spin it around.
Yeah.
Well, so if you're actually, none of you are making any money, what's the point of doing it?
Well, I mean, there is a point. That's a good question. Why do we do it?
Yeah.
And maybe you should say you're really grateful that you do it for nothing, that for very little. You know, we're lucky to have you.
Yeah.
Not why are you doing it? It's that we're lucky to have you. Probably paved with piss and empty crisp packets most of the time, isn't it? Dog eat dog here, isn't it?